We're going to do a quick review and demo install of this smoke alarm as well as CO2 detector. So when it comes to ones that are super nice, I love these ones. These are like the high-end ones. They're going to last a very long time. So this home was built about 10 years ago. Most smoke detectors and CO2 detectors have like a lifespan of about 10 years. And if they even last longer than that, it's always good just to replace them just in case to be able to make sure that everything is good. So this one, when you do get it, I love the fact that it comes with a battery, and not just a dinky battery, but Duracell, very nice. So when you know that it's working because it has battery right there. This is also the hardwired water in. So we're going to be plugging it in up there. I already have the plate installed. So this is the plate that you're going to be screwing in right here into the ceiling, and then making sure that it's nice and secure. So then you take this piece and you're going to be locking it in, which is exactly what we're going to be doing up there. Now it already has those 3 wires that are sticking out, the orange, black, and white. That's these guys right here. So when you get the electrical done on your house, you'll have these wires up there. You're going to connect them, and then this is the piece that will then hardwire in to your detector. So let's do that right now. Oh, last thing I wanted to say, it also comes with this guy. So if you are someone like on a commercial grade level that is wanting to, after you get them installed, you got a lot of dust going on, you can protect them like that so you're not getting any of the sensors kind of gunked up. So I don't need any of this because I already got the plate in, I got the electrical in, and then on a precautionary method, since you're working with electrical, when you go to your breaker in your house, make sure to flip your smoke switch off. It'll say smoke detector, whatever that may be. Just flip that off while you're doing this. I already did that. And then after, obviously, you're going to turn that back on. So you want to make sure that with the prongs, there are 2 and 1, that it'll be very obvious to line up with this one that I have right here. So let's do that. And you'll feel it clip in. You might have not heard that, but you'll feel it clip in nice and secure right there so it doesn't go anywhere. And then let's make sure that's all good. There we go. And then we're going to find the spot where it kind of nestles in, and then you twist it until it locks into place right there where I'm pulling on this and it's not coming off. And then once you have that, your battery, you can have your test and silence button. Now, one thing that is very good to know about this, just in case you ever have something like what happened to me, you can twist this off on the back of it. Right here, it gives you all of the codes. You'll be able to see it when you're looking at yours. It gives you all of the codes as far as if it has 1 beep, what does that mean? If it has 2, mine was doing 3 beeps. That means that there's a malfunction, something's going on, 4 beeps, 5 beeps. So depending on if you have, like those 3 beeps, it waits a minute and then 3 more beeps. That's what that is all about. So we got it plugged in, it's connected, and then we're going to just connect it right back on, right there, ready to rock and roll. Now I just turn my breaker back on and everything is good. You have a brand new one, it's going to be doing its job, but that's how you do the install. Make sure that everything is good. Those are the detection settings of depending on the types of beeps that there are, and absolutely love it. Hope you guys enjoyed.